Rene Russo on working with Morgan Freeman and Tommy Lee Jones in Just Getting Started. Just Getting Started proves that seniors can be just as fun and silly as their younger counterparts, as demonstrated in such box office hits as Bridesmaids, The Hangover, or Girls Trip, and with one advantage. It employs the Oscar-winning talents of Morgan Freeman and Tommy Lee Jones, as well as Rene Russo. From Ron Shelton, the writer/director of Tin Cup and Bull Durham, Just Getting Started is the story of Duke Diver Freeman, the manager of the luxurious Palm Springs senior residence the Villa Capri. There is more to Duke than meets the eye, but on the surface, he seems to be all about keeping the party going. That changes with the arrival of Leo Jones, a former military man who challenges Duke at many things, but it is for the affections of the newly arrived Susie Russo that the two men really face off. But when the secrets from Duke's past catch up with him and his life is in jeopardy, the two men work together to stop whoever is trying to kill Duke. Parade.com caught up with Russo to talk about what it takes to get her to say yes to a script, her feelings about life after 50, what's next for her, and more. We talked 2 years ago for The Intern, and at that time you told me that you're picky, and if there's something going on in your life that interests you more, you turn down roles. So, that said, why do this one? I worked with director Ron Shelton on Tin Cup years ago, and I love him because he loves women. He's a man's man, a guy's guy, but he really loves women, and I think it's not completely rare, but I do find that to find a male who really gets women in the way that he does is rare. I didn't need to read the script to know that I wanted to work with him, and I didn't really know it was Morgan and Tommy, but Ron's such a good writer. He writes Preston Sturges sort of paced comedies, and he never leaves the woman out. Also, I love him as a person. He's fun and he's got a good heart. He's kind. He's all those things, and he puts all of that into his writing. The Intern was comedy, and this is comedy. Are you finding that comedy is giving you the same outlets that you had with drama? Do you think it's harder than drama? Maybe. I'm always stunned that people aren't given awards for comedy because it's really, really hard. Usually I'm a straight woman, which is important in any kind of a comedy, to be a little bit straighter, even though Susie, I think, is a little bit edgy. When I say edgy, I mean she's hanging on by a thread. She's trying to be the strong, capable woman, but she knows everything is on the line and trouble follows her. I don't think she's in control, and it's so much more fun to play that than the in-control woman. That's like so dull for me. I think the Tin Cup character and even the Susie character is closer to who I am. There's nothing harder than comedy. I think what Morgan and Tommy did, they made it look easy, but it's difficult to turn yourself into an 8-year-old and have people see like these two kids fighting over a truck, which is exactly what it seemed like they were doing. I've never seen anything like it. It was very funny. Then you would be the truck. Absolutely, I would be the truck. I was just like standing there thinking, are you guys kidding? So, it was a lot of fun. It really was. Do you imagine life in retirement communities is really anything like this? I don't know, but I could imagine, right? If you don't have to raise kids, if those days are over, and you don't have to work every day in a stressful job, I think if you really can relax and do what you want to do, you must go back to who you were before you had kids. In a way, it's all about love and competition, and I don't think that ever changes, no matter how old you are. I think we're always one age pretty much, unless life has really beat you up, and, of course, it always does, but I still think the basics are there. You want to have fun. You want to have a good time. It's about sex. It's about romance. It's about all of that no matter the age. So, what I loved in this is that I will eternally be 6, 8, 17, 27. I look different than young people, but I'm pretty much the same as I was then. I guess the only difference is that as you get older you think, oh, how much more time do I have left here? Time is flying by really fast. Then you can slow down and look at a flower in a different way, as corny as it sounds, or look at a moon in a way that's like, wow, how many more? Without sounding odd. There is something to getting older that you're forced to appreciate more, instead of just, oh, it's a moon. When you're younger, you don't think about that, you know. A big part of the movie audience is young. This movie will definitely get out the older crowd, but do you see that it has a wider appeal than just maybe the 50-plus market? I don't know how many people are going to the movies anymore. I hate to say that, but I don't know. I don't even know if I should say this on the record. But I do hear that older people do go. But younger people can see themselves in this film, two men fighting over a woman. I mean, it doesn't matter what age you are because, like I said, we never really change when it comes to the basics. But will they come? Who knows? I hope they come. You've worked with Robert De Niro, Pierce Brosnan, Kevin Costner and Mel Gibson, and now you're adding Tommy Lee Jones and Morgan Freeman to the list. Is one of your rules that a film has to have great actors in it before you'll sign on? That's really a good question, but no. I think it's all about the script, and to be honest with you, if it's a good script, then usually you're going to get good actors, right? So, I just always read the script and think, is this worth getting out of bed for? Do I really want to do this? Have I done this before? That's a little bit the way I look at it, and if it's something challenging and it's a good script, then usually really good actors show up for it. I think it's about the words first, the script. I think it all starts there, and if it's on the page, usually it gets up there on the screen, and so that's how I make my decision. If it's a really good script, I don't really care who's in the film. This is set during Christmas, but it's not really a Christmas story. What are some of your favorite Christmas movies? Obviously, It's a Wonderful Life. I love it and I always will. What an amazing message, but I don't usually watch Christmas movies during Christmas. I don't know why, so I can't tell you that I have a favorite. Your next film is the untitled Dan Gilroy Project with Jay Leno, in which you play the news producer. Is there anything more you can say about that? It's a movie set in the contemporary art world, so I can't tell you that. I think that's all I can tell you right now, but yeah, it's going to be fun. Hopefully, it'll be good. It's a really good script. We're coming up on 2018. Is there something you're looking forward to in the new year? Well, it'll be fun to work with Dan and Jake again, so that'll be cool. And what else? I think I'm going to then take some time off after that and just work in my garden, which I love, 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 love doing, and probably just take the year off, and I always look forward to that. Broad Green Pictures Just Getting Started opens in theaters today.